Hello, I am Baymax.
Wait, this isn't Fallout Boy. Worst intro ever. Hey everybody, it's Lyoko Gem, and I'm here once again to talk about something absolutely, positively amazing, and that is Big Hero 6. Now, just a few days ago, D23 gifted us with the opening to Big Hero 6, the series, a show that I've been waiting ages for more news and info on, and this is more than I could have imagined. We got the intro, and I just absolutely love it so much. Big Hero 6 has returned, and every time I think about it, I just can't help but get so excited. But like the last intro I analyzed, I'm not here to gush. At least, that's only part of the reason I'm here. But I'm here to see all the little types of hints and secrets we can see in this intro. So, without further ado, let's begin. So the intro begins with a shot of Baymax's charging station opening up. Not much to say here, except it looks nice. We see Baymax in Tadashi's former and Hiro's current laboratory, as evident by the window. However, one thing we can note about Baymax is that the way he waves is still in the style of his animations in the original Big Hero 6, which is very, very good to see. We then get a shot of Hiro hugging Baymax, and it's adorable. I love this friendship so much and wholeheartedly support it being displayed in the intro this way. We then get the group in Aunt Cass's diner, with Aunt Cass serving them something. Not much can be said except that Aunt Cass is present. With how often she's displayed in the intro, she more than likely will be a supporting character of the series, which I'm all for, seeing as she was largely present in the first half of the movie. However, it should be noted that there's an empty chair and Fred is not present. This leads me to believe that this might be an actual scene in the show, since I don't see a reason why we'd have the whole group and leave him out of this shot of the entire team. Another thing to note is that this scene and many other scenes in this opening are done in little hexagons, which are six-sided figures. You know, Big Hero 6, which is a nice little thing. I like it. We then move forward and get another hexagon, with Baymax getting what I assume to be eggs and bacon shot into his face. Nice and cartoony, probably still in Aunt Cass's cafe. We then get two hexagons at once. The one on most of the left-hand side of the screen displays Hiro sneaking somewhere before running into a dark-skinned woman, who doesn't look very pleased with him. What I can say about this scene is that chances are it's just Hiro sneaking off somewhere to save the day again, but he's caught by what I'm assuming is a character called Professor Granville, a character revealed in a press release last year, voiced by Jennifer Lewis. As for the other scene, we have Wasabi looking at some sort of sciencey thing. I don't remember what that thing is called, and oh man, my old physics teachers would probably kill me for not remembering, but it's a thing, and it's there, and he's looking at it. But yeah, Wasabi's looking at the thing, and Hiro takes the wrench from it, making him yell at him. Then we have Honey Lemon in what we can assume to be Fred's room due to the couch and the displays of different superhero outfits behind her. Honey Lemon is there before Baymax pops up behind her and begins dancing a little. Then we get a shot of Aunt Cass stacking some pancakes in what we can assume to be their apartment kitchen. Next up, we've got Honey Lemon working with some chemicals with Go-Go, looking at one of her magna discs before whatever she's making explodes into a green goop. I would guess that this is the nerd lab that we saw from the second scene of the movie. Not only with them being in a connected space, but the blue color scheme matches the section of Honey Lemon's portion of the lab. Then we get a shot of Fred moving along to one of those car wash things in what we can assume to be the streets of San Francisco. Baymax is in another hexagon mirroring it. Next, we've got Baymax and Moshi together. He pokes his belly, and it's adorable. However, in the two hexagons next to it, we can see a map of some sort, which I'm guessing is of San Francisco. Then the classic fist bump between Hiro and Baymax. La 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 la. Then we get Go-Go and Hiro flying on Baymax through what appears to be San Francisco. Go-Go then comes sliding through and around some lightning, suggesting some sort of villain that has lightning-based abilities. Next up, we've got Wasabi slicing through something. Not much to say, except in the lower left-hand corner, we can see a little circle with what appears to be fire. I personally think these are laser blades, and these are Wasabi's own personal logo for the series. The reason I say this is because it seems that the others have things like these too. Then we've got Honey Lemon sliding down a thing before Go-Go slides into. We have the same logos for each character. The one on the bottom right being Honey Lemon's, and it appears to be one of her plasma balls being thrown. And then we've got Go-Go's, which is one of her magnet discs spinning. Then we've got Fred touching down in what appears to be the city at night, with some ninjas ready to attack. In the bottom left-hand corner, we've got his logo, which we can't actually see all of, so I imagine it's either a flame or the top of his outfit, since the little bit we can see does match that. Then we get a shot of Hero opening up the Rogues Gallery. And oh boy, do they look interesting. We'll be taking them from left to right, but before we get into that, it should be noted that in the corner, we've got Hero's little logo, and it's an H made up of his microbots. While this could just be because he's built them, is it possible that he'll have his microbots at his disposal when he's superheroing? This is at least how he has been portrayed to use them in games such as Disney Infinity and stuff like that, where, well, Hero is seen using them. So for the villains, first up on top, we've got what appears to be the same guy that Hero was bot fighting at the beginning of the movie, Yama. He's looking all mean, and the fact that he's considered to be bad enough interests me. I believe he'll be the leader of some sort of gang, and we'll have all sorts of fun with him. Then there's some sort of samurai robot, which is actually the same one that Yama fought with in the same scene. They're next to each other, but not in the same hexagon, which is interesting because we've seen more than one character in the same hexagon. It's possible that he makes up a bigger version of his fighting robot, and it goes to cause trouble before stopped by Big Hero 6. But it's possible that it's not in the same hexagon as Yama, as it gains autonomy, or is a one-time thing. Or maybe they just don't fit in the same one together. Either way, they're in separate hexagons, which is interesting enough to note. Then there's a trio. No idea who they are. They look entirely new. However, while it is irrelevant, all of these designs remind me of something. For the bigger dude, it reminds me of Topaz from Steven Universe, Princess Myra from Samurai Jack for the girl, and I don't know about the skinnier dude, but he reminds me of something I can't put my finger on. Then we have some sort of female ninja. While I initially thought this was one of the Fujita sisters, a concept from the movie that didn't see the light of day, once I saw the designs of the Fujitas, it didn't make sense. So probably not that. However, with her looking to be a ninja of some sort, it's possible that she could be the leader of the ninjas that we saw in Fred's portion of the intro earlier. Then along the bottom, we've got other characters, which I've got no guesses on. However, I have reasons to believe that we know the identities of at least one of them. Among some of the characters that were revealed with only their names and voice actors, I think this might be a character named Globby, who is slated to be voiced by Andy Richter, simply based on matching the name with the appearance. I also think the one next to Globby might be the villain Obake, who's set to be voiced by Andrew Scott. But I really have nothing to base that guess off of, but it's just my personal opinion. Then we've got Hero and Baymax, underwater, decked out in, well, swimming gear. Meaning that we could be seeing them in different outfits for certain missions and environments. This could be interesting, hoping that we'll see our heroes in space at some point. But as for the outfits themselves, not much to say except for the fins make Hero faster, and the things on Baymax's shoulders could simulate his rocket, and make him be able to get out of a situation quickly. Then we've got Hero atop Baymax soaring through the skies of San Francisco. Baymax's logo being displayed in the corner, and it's just his face. Then we get the second to last scene, which shows off a lot of different things. First, on top we've got Fred's logo, and it's his suit with his eye and all. To the right and below it, we've got Hero and Baymax rocketing through the sky, and Hero's logo below that. Below that, we get a shot of what I think is Hero and Baymax being crushed together Star Wars trash compactor style. To the right, we have Go-Go and Baymax's logos. To the right, Honey Lemon's logo, and below that, Baymax without armor, about to fall into a pit of what appears to be lava. Then there's Fred jumping through, spewing some fire to the right of all of those. Below that is Wasabi running and slicing something. Then Wasabi's logo above that. Then to the right of all that, we've got a giant monster of some sort spewing fire. I theorize that this might be some sort of foe for Fred specifically. Below that, we've got Honey Lemon throwing a ball of chemicals. Then the end. We get all the heroes in individual hexagons. Go-Go is taking off her mask. Honey Lemon is twirling around. She flips her hair a little. Baymax blinks. Hero looks around and is looking at a thing. Wasabi clenches his fist. Fred is looking at Go-Go, who is oddly enough in his shot, leading me further to believe that these are from the show themselves, as Fred should be alone. But he looks back at Go-Go before looking back. And in the center, we have Hero and Baymax, standing together on San Francisco's version of the Golden Gate Bridge, before the scene zooms in and focuses on that one hexagon. Honey Lemon then slides in on her chemical stuff, Go-Go slides in on her discs, Fred jumps in, and Wasabi does a flip. They do a pose, and bam, we get a logo. Big Hero 6, the series. This is a great piece of animation, with a lot of hints and secrets that we can look at, and makes me even more excited for what I'm sure is going to be an incredible series. This music is nice and very in style for the series. The Immortals joke at the beginning was just a joke. And it's got me surefire hyped, because you can bet I'm going to keep talking about this show. But what do you all think? Do you like the intro, or do you wish we had something different for it? Did you notice anything in this that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. But with all of that being said, this has been a Lyoko Gem, a warping out.